Number 6 is practice 80 for 20. Now, my fourth observation, every perfectionist I've met in P&G has a work-life balance issue problem because they don't know when to stop. Now, everything in life is a double-edged sword. If you're a perfectionist, that's wonderful, but the sword cuts both ways. You also don't know when to stop. And you've got to decide, and we're in a company, we're in a business that's often imprecise, and it's an art, not a science. There are times in life you got to go to 100%, but there's a lot of times in our business where you can stop at 80. If you're a perfectionist, I'm not, so I've never had to worry about this, but if you're a perfectionist, you have to be in touch with your perfectionism and know when you got to back off. Because it can take you 1 month to get to 80%, it takes us 2 months to get to 90, and it takes 3 to get to 100. It's the law of diminishing returns. The more you invest to get past 80, the more it's disproportionately painful to get there. If you're a perfectionist, you got to ask yourself a simple question. Is what I'm working on an 80 for 20 good enough? If the answer is no, take it to 100. Yesterday I met with R&D folks. I said, I know in your business often you have to be 100% precise. I know that. Marketing folks can be much more 80 for 20 because they don't have the data to be so precise. But I know in R&D world you may have to do that. That's okay. But even in your world, it can be sometimes 80 for 20 is good enough. If the answer is yes to the first question, which is this an 80 for 20 decision? Then the second one is then, do you know where 80% is, and are you prepared to be disciplined to stop when you're at 80% ready? If you can do this, you'll add a lot of time. Number 7 is training your people. Gym observation number 5. We have a group of people in P&G who are these one-man machines, one-woman, one-man machines. Their personal productivity is breathtaking. They get everything done. But you know, they never take time to train their organizations. They're always having like 2 and 2- rated people work for them. And they're always complaining that they don't get the best people. And nobody ever seems to thrive under them. These people are always workaholics, and they're always sick. And they're always coughing phlegm up. It's a standard thing. They're always hacking up phlegm. And the reason is that they're working themselves to the bone all the time, and they don't train their people, so they've always got to cover for them. Because their people aren't good, their people aren't doing it, and they don't trust them, and so they're always into it. And they get into another vicious cycle. Most people that join this company are 2-rated. A 1 is made by great training. Occasionally we will get a Michael Jordan walk in the door who was really born to do this job. But the vast majority of 1s here are made. Great coaches take 2s and make them into 1s. Getting a Michael Jordan and then saying, I've got a 1-rated person, don't take credit for it. Okay, that's not being a great coach. All you did was did not screw it up. Great coaches take 2s and make them 1s. But when people are surrounded by 2s, I've had many managers come and say, all I have are 2s. I said, yeah, do your job now and make some 1s out of them. Don't come and cry to me. That's called training. It's called hard work. You know, going around and only cherry picking everybody else's Michael Jordans is not like saying I'm a great coach. You're a pathetic coach because you're doing the lazy way out. Train your people. When you get great people underneath you who are thriving, this opens up all kinds of avenues for your own personal productivity because you don't have to do everybody else's job. People ask me all the time, why do you train so much? I probably train like 5 days a month because it's the best use of my time. I have 3,000 employees in the Philippines. What am I going to do everybody's job? The best thing I can do is go around and train. The best thing I can do for my own work-life balance is to train like crazy. Because that will then, in turn, unleash people. Because, you know, as David Taylor always says, and it's a smart statement, nobody is smarter than everybody. But we have people that really believe it, that they are the centerpiece of it all, that they are the sun of the solar system, and everything revolves around them, and they got to do everybody else's job. And they get into this vicious cycle, and the vicious cycle is, my people aren't good, but I got to now do their job, and because I got to do their job, I have no time to train them. These people become demotivated because they're good P&G people who want to contribute, and they know that they're not contributing to their maximum, so they're frustrated and upset. They're also not getting any better because they don't get any training, and the cycle just continues. Because of that, they don't deliver, so the boss has to step in more. You want to get free of stuff, train your people. It takes some investment, but you got to do it. Having a top-rated person you've built is the greatest feeling in the world. It's also not only personally satisfying, but it takes so much stress off of your hands. Number 8, 30 minutes of exercise a day. Now, Here's a data point for you. The key to sleep is the speed at which you enter REM stage 4 sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. That is when you get deep, restful sleep. Okay, that's why when you hit the snooze button, it's always worse off, because you don't have time to get back into the REM sleep. And so you're actually more tired when you hit a snooze button after you sleep for the extra 9 minutes, because you're only in stage 1. That leaves you even more groggy. The real restful sleep is REM sleep, which is stage 4. You can't get into that on a snooze button. The worst thing you can do is hit snooze buttons. You'll be worse off. When it goes, you got to get up. Now, what happens is the more physically fit you are, the faster the body will enter stage 4 sleep, which means you may need less time of total sleep because you'll spend more time in stage 4. The average data on this, and you can go and Google it if you want, you'll find it, is for every 30 minutes of exercise a day that's done consistently, you'll reduce your needs for sleep by 60 minutes. That's why when people always tell me they never have time to exercise, I always kind of laugh because they can't see the forest through the trees. You know, when I was a 260-pound plus guy, I had to have a minimum 7.5 to 8 a night, and only 9 would get me feeling good. I can't sleep 7 now if my life depends on it. And I am so rested at 7, and most nights it's 6. And I can go weeks at a time on 5 and feel fine. It's amazing once you're fit how restful my sleep is. I hit the pillow, I'm out. I'm pretty quickly into REM sleep, and I wake up completely refreshed. I've picked up at least an hour and a half a day by being consistently exercising. But the rule of thumb we'll stick to is for 30 minutes in, it's 60 minutes reduction in sleep.